cucumbers. So we picked our beans. Those are gone. Our squash plants over here are gone. We're on to tomatoes now. Tomatoes are our next big thing. Peppers are actually getting a few peppers. It's not going to be a huge harvest or anything. But our second planting of squash is getting super big. It's already starting to flower. Oh, we thought we were going to get a little bit of a break. No way, Jose. Black-eyed peas are beaning up all over the place. I'll let them keep growing. Got dragonflies everywhere, which is a good thing. I have not seen an actual fly in a while. So come on, dragonflies, do your work. There's a bunch of bugs over here, so there's a bunch of dragonflies. Great. So here's the next thing. Okra. Okra. Both are correct pronunciations. So let me go get some snips, and I'm going to cut some of this off. All right. Got my little basket here. There shouldn't be a ton of okra just yet to pick, but I'm going to start picking them for a couple of reasons. Number one, you don't want them to get too big, and it also promotes a little bit of growth when you start picking them. But we might be able to get enough off of here to do a little small meal of okra. Okra. So you can see this fella down here, he's ready. It's hard to do this with one hand, but I'm gonna do it. Check that guy out. First okra. Woo! Look at him in all his glory. A lot of people don't like okra because it gets a little slimy on the inside, but mostly that's how you cook it. So we like to do it two ways. Most people do like it fried, and it is really good fried. You just chop it up and put breading on it and fry that sucker, and it is really good. We really like grilling them. You take a little bit of oil and spray them just for the grilling, cooking purposes, and a little bit of salt and pepper. Put them on the grill directly. I'll put them directly on there. You just got to be careful not to let them fall down through the grates. And of course the wind is going to start blowing like crazy right now as I'm recording. And it's just slowly getting more and more. But you know what? I'll take it. I'll take a little wind because it's pretty hot out here, and that breeze feels amazing. All right. So, first okra. This okra right here is pretty good size on the bottom of it. But you want to pick them, 3 to 4 inches long. If you let them go too much further than that, now this depends on the variety, but if you let them go too much longer than that, they'll start to get really tough on the outside, and they will be not as good grilled or fried. They'll be a little chewy. So, first one. Let me run through here real quick, see if we find any more, but here's our first okra. We also planted this rainbow variety, which has an absolutely gorgeous plant. I haven't seen any actual fruit yet, but it's got this really pretty red stem and leaf vein, but it's kind of got a green tip to it. It reminds me of the coleus plants. Well, here's a baby one there at least. But as you can see, there's a flower right on the end that kind of gets stuck sometimes at the base or on the top of the okra. And so I just pull those off. It doesn't really hurt it. It'll eventually fall off. But I didn't find too many over here in my, just a couple of starter ones. But there's a lot of small ones, and there's going to be a lot more. So this is just the beginning. These plants are already up to my waist. Some good ones, some good emerald green ones right there. I'll cut a couple of those guys. Look at these flowers up here. So, all right, so first picking's pretty small, just 5 or so that I ended up picking. Not the end of the world. This is the very first ones that actually came off, but there are quite a bit of flowers and quite a bit of them that are already almost ready to be pulled, but not quite. Actually see one from here. But yeah, it is itchy, I will say that. Okra has these little spines on it, a little bit worse than say cucumbers and squash. They also have spines too, but okra really gets you. So it's best to do it with gloves and long sleeves if you can. Another thing to do is to come down here and clean off a lot of these bottom leaves once they become a little bit more established. It also promotes fruit growth and makes it where you have to look less, so you'll know kind of where the next ones are if you trim off some of the bottom leaves. Definitely got a lot of growth over here though. I mean, these are pretty big plants. They've got a lot of leaves to them. They're just getting started growing. These are going to grow until it frosts, and unless there's something that kills them, they're going to keep growing, and they'll keep producing the entire time. So this is going to be a ton of okra for us. We're going to probably have to give away a bunch. Hope we can find people who like okra. But these plants are looking really good. So pretty excited about that. This whole bed really picked up in the last month, and it's actually looking like a garden. All right, it's getting warm out here, so I'm going to go ahead and head back into the air conditioning and take some of this okra with me. Put it inside as our first okra harvest. I think I'm going to drive the zero turn around now and head back home and come back out here this evening and do a little bit more when it's a little bit cooler. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Y'all take it easy. Bye.